Yo,
Yo, what's good, Brody?
what's good, fam?
Much. Just getting everything going, man. Just got back from lunch and stuff and setting up.
Oh, for real? You
Setting.
you still up there in Virginia or you down in Miami now?
No, I'm NBA. Yeah, I'm still.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really trying to set up another event, so I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna do my next one in Miami or Atlanta right now. So I'm talking with my team and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing all morning, trying to get shit locked in and just figure out, what would be suitable and best for
Shit.
I got
Whatever one you do first, just do the other one next.
type shit. But I kind of want to do some like yeah, but it's like I kind of want to do Houston too. So it's like I want to
Houston lit.
yeah, like
Yeah, Houston lit.
I'm going out there in like 2 weeks, so I'm gonna check out some spots out there too, because I might do that like top of the new year. Go out there and do some.
Shit, I wish I ain't worked this damn job, but I'll be out that bit with y'all
Yeah, nah, yeah,
on me.
yeah, it's lit, bro. It's lit for sure.
But soon, man. Soon.
What's been
Definitely,
going on
man.
for like homework and stuff? It was smooth.
Hell yeah, bro. I've been fucking locked in on that book. Like, it's so much shit that like, especially like I think it was a chapter three I was reading. It was so much shit that he was talking about that like traders go through and shit that I was like, damn, like I went through that, like the disposition effect. Like I've
Mhm.
been through that shit so much in like the beginning of my trading. Hold on, I wrote this shit down. I think I got so much notes. The tendency to lock in gains or ride losses. Like I used to go through that shit so much. Like I would be fucking up like 10 pips. Oh, I'll close out, and then holding like 50 pip drawdown. Like when I first started trading, like I don't really do that shit no more, but it's just a lot of stuff I used to go through. And then something you had in your course. Obviously, there's other things like the recency bias, the outcome bias, in the book, but the regret bias. That was something I had a lot. Uh, not like trouble getting over, like, but when I first started trading, but like understanding like whatever happens, happens. Like you can't fully like 100% control that shit. And
Yeah,
I know that's what chapter 4 and 5 was talking about. Like basically, like you could do the most perfect thing, but just because things are like probabilities instead of trying to predict things, it could kind of like just make things a smoother process. Like
it make it
depending on
easier for you
yeah,
to accept what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
hell yeah.
That's
I
the
actually did have some questions I wanted to ask you about though, because I was going through your videos and stuff.
Mhm.
And I know obviously we're gonna get to it and shit like that, but like there was a video, the entry placements video. I
Mhm.
watched that. And like towards the end of the video, you was telling him like how like normally like how you get these sniper entries and shit. It's like you're not too much like waiting for like a fucking 15-minute close or like a 5-minute close of like a high ass candle because it could like retrace and shit like that. So it was just something I wrote on my board that like I know when we eventually get to, it's just something I just wanted to kind of like touch on and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah. No, we could definitely do that. You wanna go over like your plan?
Oh yeah. So the pairs that I had was GU,
Mhm.
and of course I'm not really trading as, but I still like mark it up and stuff. But like
Okay.
for GU, like my max stop loss, I'm looking like around 40, 50 pips, just depending on like kind of structure.
Mhm.
With Nas, my max is 100 points, just because I know that's just enough room, but I know I don't need all of it. It just kind of depends on the structure and stuff like that.
Right.
But although I'm trying to risk 150 pips per $150 a trade with a 1K account, so looking to take around like 5 to 7 trades. Obviously looking to scale in the setups that I have to kind of maximize those opportunities. So I'm looking to make around like 2,200 with this plan, at least 2,200 with at least a 2 to 1, 3 to 1 risk to reward a week. That'll make me about like 9,000 after 4 weeks. And that's just something that I'm starting out with, of course, with like $1,000 account. And
Mhm.
then obviously with bigger numbers with like prop firm accounts and stuff like that, you just have to proportion off the numbers with the percentages and stuff like that.
Exactly. Exactly. No, that sounds good. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
And then I did a back test the setups you told me about the
Yeah.
three GU and three
Cool.
NAS. Yeah. So I just clicked share screen. This is my
Mhm.
first time on Zoom.
Yeah.
All right. Um, share, open system preferences. What the hell? Where is this shit? I'm clicking share screen. It's like asking me to. Or can you see my screen?
No. Mm-mm.
Um,
Yeah, you should be able to share. I enabled it. Should be able
share.
yeah, there you go.
All right, bet. Let's just pop back out to Safari. All right. So we can start on NAS
All right.
first. I know in like your last, like a lot of videos you were going over, like a lot of people was breaking stuff over here. So I just kind of like just went over an area
Okay.
that's kind of like kind of fresh. But off the higher time frame, based off NAS, overall on a bullish market, I mean, of course, we had price coming down and retrace
Mhm.
here, but we had a level of support that was created here and then maintained based off this higher time frame. I'll go into like the weekly time frame. Of course, I'm still seeing price maintaining this support with a lot of exhaustion towards the end, the bottom of these candles. Obviously, could mark off some of our higher low points here just to know where we are in price. Coming down to like the daily time frame, I was seeing we had, if we zoom out a little bit, we're above the MA. So obviously, I'm kind of bullish on this time frame, have this level of resistance here. And then as we've seen here, price went bullish, doji, bearish, and then we had bullish, doji, bearish here. Obviously on the lower time frame, you can see it better here. But I'm just looking based off the daily, clearly, this was the same level. We could clearly see a smoother transition way back down here, keeping price making higher highs, higher lows. We had this level of support that was made created here. That was a 23.6. We
Mhm.
can extend our fib when price comes up to here. This is a 38.2 based off our last point of market structure, bringing it to a negative 27%. So then when I was back testing, I remember in your tested tested candle video, how you were saying like how like a bearish bullish candle would make resistance, but it can only be validated with a break of support or resistance depending on or like a trend or something like that.
Right, right.
So based off this 4 hour time frame, we had like these bearish candles here. I went down like my 30 minute just to kind of correlate price. It was
Mhm.
right here. Um, had this overall level of support that was created and being maintained with these wicks right here. Price came down and tested our level of support, and this was kind of where that first bullish and small bearish candle was on the 4 hour time frame. Just so I could kind of know where I'm at. So it was just bearish, a bullish bearish candle. I dropped down to my M30. Um, so so when I seen that, I was thinking, all right, bet like I know it's a bullish and bearish candle. I got to be looking for some type of break of support or break of structure. And I knowing that our main level of support was here, and then seeing this, I didn't want to too much think of this was a break of support because I know if I go into like a higher time frame, it's probably like a week or something.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't really consider that as like a valid level of support because we can see right here just a wick. And I know I'm kind of like just bouncing time frames, just kind of like flowing right now. But I know when I back test a lot, like a candle like this, or like a really long exhausted candle, depending on the trend, it can indicate like some type of candles that created some type of support on a lower time frame. So that's kind of also what made me just a little bit more comfortable looking at this level of support here on this lower time frame. Seeing this exhaustion candles was doji and dojin. Hopefully the 15. Okay, perfect. Um, and this is kind of where I was asking my question
Mhm.
because like, all right, so I seen price come down to the support. Usually, like it depends. Like sometimes I'll just take this 15-minute entry here and I'll be smooth with it. But sometimes I'll go to like a 5 minute time frame trying to get like that super like lower entry.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
straight.
sometimes I might just be too early. So that's why I was like, um,
No, that's straight. I mean, like it always gonna depend, but like that's a good entry. That's straight. That's a good candle. That's you waited to make sure the support was made, made sure that you had a stop loss area, and then you waited to see some type of momentum before you got in. Being that you was already underneath the MA, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if like the MA was underneath that support. Then I would be like, yeah, you could have got in a little lower, but like the fact that you was underneath the moving average, it's like you would need that more momentum to make sure that that support is gonna hold. So
So just like a thicker candle would just be
in
like
this
better.
case, in this scenario, yeah, that was
Okay.
that was a good entry. Yeah.
All right. And then obviously, based on like my entries and my take profits based off like a higher time frame fib. Of course, I know this is a lower time frame, so I was just using this for my entry. But um like I said, I'm just looking for a 3-1. I'm not trying to get every pip on the chart, just looking to get what I could get and then slide off. So then the next example I had was when price actually finally created a level of resistance where, all right, we had this long wick right here, this bearish candle. All right, that's a tested candle. I remember in a recent webinar, Key was talking about like how like a candle will have like a super long wick and then
Mhm.
it'll fill it and it'll be a double top like on a lower time frame. So then like I went to the 30-minute to kind of break it down just a little bit more because I know we based off the 4-hour time frame. We had this level of resistance that was created right here, but based off at least what I was seeing, and obviously, I might be missing just a little few candlesticks analysis, but I believe that this was the main level of support right here, just because price had just broken away after creating this resistance here with these two candles based off the higher time frame, and it had just came down and created support. So I didn't believe that it was ready to just go down yet. But price had came down, created this double top with this tested candle here. Obviously, there's probably opportunities to get some entries around here, but I
Mhm.
just wanted to just be a little bit more safer with how I was going about things. Yeah, yeah. So this was that main level of support that was on that hourly time frame. I had drew this counter trend line here. I had it a little here, but I felt like it was just a little too tight, so I kind of adjusted it here.
Mhm.
Price had came down, broke this level of support with these 1-2. Also on the 15-minute time frame, price had been broke the MA, so we were already kind of in bearish momentum. I had went down to the 5-minute because the pink is my 5-minute. Price came back up to that previous level of support that was now acting as a level of resistance after those two candles. Um, Price came up, created this resistance 1-2, tested this level of support, now acting as resistance, after also having this level of support here, and then came down, maintained this level of support. So then I was kind of still waiting for price to come up to this level of resistance. Price that came up, broken a level of resistance on like the 1-minute, and then kind of created some type of bullish structure, came up to this 5-minute level of resistance where also the support was based off the higher time frame, now acting as resistance. Took this double top, had my stop loss just above the MA just to kind of give us some breathing room. And then my take profit was based off price making a counter trend because it had just made a higher high point. So I was looking for price to honestly I was thinking like just to get all the way down here, but like that was like, just me kind of being like optimistic because I didn't kind of like want to hold too greedy. So then this is kind of like how I was back testing it. Then after that, got out of that trade, closed out 3-1, and then now there's if we zoom back out to the hourly time frame, price has broken this level of dynamic support and resistance right here, creating a new low point based off this time frame. If we go back up to like the 4-hour time frame, we got like these low momentum candles. So that's kind of like why I was on H1, just kind of like giving me some more details.
Mhm.
After seeing price break the MA, I had my point A. Let me actually delete this so you can kind of see where I'm drawing it from. So the highest point, so point A. Uh, all right, so this was a 23.6. Same thing that happened over here. Mark off our level of support. Price came down, closed with a bearish candle below that. I'm going to do this so we can clear it up a little bit. Price comes up to 38.2, where it's also where that 23.6 was. Closes bearish bullish or bullish bearish to create a tested candle. I went down to my 15-minute time frame where we already had this previous level of resistance of this exhaustion zone we could have marked off based off this lower time frames candlestick analysis. It came up to this level of resistance that was created based off the bearish bullish candle.
Mhm.
Um, and then came down, created the support, maintained the support. It was also at this level of resistance. My entry was a 5 minute. It was like a third touch of this level of resistance based off this 15 here, based off that 23.6 on the higher time frame. And it was creating a lower high point based off this level of resistance. I figured I was at the highest point. I could use this exhaustion zone as my level of support. I mean, level of safety, like kind of like where I could be safe at.
Yeah.
Price broke out, came back to level of support, was maintaining this area for a little bit, came back to the bottom of our exhaustion zone. I think I had got like a scaling entry based off the 15 minute, just to kind of give me some more data. Not I mean less data, based off the 15. I mean based off the 5, excuse me. And this was the second entry based off the 15, came up to the bottom exhaustion zone, was maintaining resistance, made this lower high point under this M8, I mean not M8, under the trend line. And my take profit was based off the higher time frame, negative 27%. And the reason I had set it here instead of putting it all the way down here is because if you go down to the 15, um, where it came down to the 15 minute right here, yeah, price it looked like it would broke here and it was continue to go down. I mean to continue to go up, but it had literally just broke this level of support, making this low point. So I had to make a retrace, and then I would consider like my break of like basically closing out in profit based off this level of resistance right here, as it was breaking the MA, and that's probably why I would want to get out.
Yeah,
So those were the three trades that I got based off NAS.
that's A1, man. Those A1 breakdowns.
All right, and then based off GU, um, let's go to GU where I broke down. Oh, so this was something I was back testing over the weekend because I know you were talking about using like your trend lines and counter trend lines to kind of help determine where you could find future price action. And I remember a long video ago, you had said something about the 3 month time frame. I don't know what it was about you bringing it up, but like it kind of like helps me like whenever like the monthly time frame may just seem a little bit too cluttered.
Yeah.
So based off this 3 month time frame, price has been making lower high points, but there was this level of support that I had marked off based off this time frame. I know it's a really huge time frame, so it's not something I really keep on there. It's just something to kind of keep for my reference. Price here had broke this low at this level of support while also maintaining these highs here. So it made a new low point right here. Damn. And like I said, it's just a higher time frame, so it's just some way of me kind of keeping my keeping like track of everything. So price came down, made this new lower low point. I remember when price was like way down here, I was saying because the weekly had broke the MA here, or not the weekly, the daily had broke the MA, that price was going to continue going to that higher time frame MA. It's crazy how it actually happened. And then boom, so we have this new high point. We got this point A to point B trend line based off my daily time frame. The area that I was breaking down was based off of point C area off the higher time frame, leading to that area. So price on the 4 hour where I'm looking now, it had broke the MA. So I know on the 4 hour time frame, we're a little bit more bearish. Prices breaking level support, so I'm maintaining lower high points at the same time. So the first entry that I got, I seen, all right, bet price had tested this level of support, but finally came down and closed bearish based off, excuse me, these momentum candles right here, kind of indicating that price was actually broken, came down bearish bullish to create this level of support. We can now, I did it on my hourly time frame just because there were a little bit more candles. We can now draw our fib just based off knowing where we are. So price came down, created this double bottom, started a counter trend here. So this was another area that based off that tested candle video that I was kind of back testing a little bit. So price had came down and created or came up and created that bearish candle. It had like really like bad exhaustion on the bottom of it. So I was kind of weary. Went down to the 15. Clearly there was no level of support that was being broken at all. Price was being maintained. So it wouldn't be smart for me to be looking for sales at the moment. Price then comes back up. If we zoom back out to kind of keep everything the same and just keeping everything structured, comes up, creates these two tested candles, 1, 2, here when we see on this hourly time frame, pop down to the 15-minute time frame. We finally have a break of support right here, creates this new low. We have this 100% retrace where I took this, it was like a kind of like a dragonfly doji almost in a sense. But it did have like some little exhaustion, but majority of the momentum was towards the seller side. And knowing that I got this exhaustion zone as a safety net, it's kind of like even more of a reason to know like I should be smooth. Even if so, I'm at the top. So I mean, if anything, if it breaks, I could just look for price to continue another way. So maintaining this trade, finally, price was just in this range. He actually came back up to the entry, created this new lower low point with these two bearish candles. Finally comes up, creates a new lower high point here with these bullish bearish candle here. Create that resistance, go down to the 15 where price was going back up to retest the same level of resistance here. Came back up, created this, it was this exhausted candle. I want to see the 5 minute, hopefully the 5 minute, just so I could show you the exact candles I'm entering off. So price came back up to this level of resistance here, where it had created that bullish bearish candle, came down, broke. There was this level of support that I had marked off. I think it was based off like a lower time frame. I don't think it'll let me go back as far as because I had to scroll back like super far back just to get to it. It was this lower low point. Price came back up, maintained the resistance, this bullish bearish variation, and then looking for a 3-1, got out of that trade. And then the next trade, just because I know these were all sales, this was the buy that I was looking off based off my point C of my trend line, based off the daily time frame. So it was a point A, point B. There was also some type of exhaustion we could have had marked off here. That price was could be reacting towards around this 38.2 from point A to point B, based off our daily time frame.
My bad, bro.
You smooth. So that's at 38.2. Price came down, created bearish, bullish at the bottom of our exhaustion zone. I went down to my hourly, seen here. All right, but we created this level of support here with these two candles, but it never really like touched the trend line. So I just wanted to just get a little bit more technical with the candles and just go down, just because I don't want to base off something based off what I drew. So I went down to the 15, created this higher low point in a downtrend, indicating that there could be some buyers coming into the market right here, based off these 2 points. So price was coming here, create this higher low point, broke this resistance here, based off this minor level of resistance. It looks like bearish, bullish bearish based off this time frame. Obviously, going to like a lower time frame, you could obviously get a just a bit of more insight of what price had already done. So so this was that level of resistance based off that 15-minute time frame. So price had broken with all this momentum here, created this new high point. And I know that I'm near the floor. I'm at this 38.2. Price has already created a level of support, and then we have in a transition, and we broke in our MA, giving me full confidence to be looking for my buys. Price had came down, created this level of this 1-2, and then I didn't. What's crazy is I didn't backtest it based off this support, which I probably could have. I was looking off this counter trend line that I had drew, and then it was like this inverted like shooting star doji that was right here with like no exhaustion towards the top, and it was just like hell of exhaustion towards the bottom, and it was just something kind of like a sexy candle based off the backside of my counter trend line, and then I just back tested it back up to resist, excuse me, resistance based off my H1 time frame.
No, them solid, man. Some solid setups, man. Some solid setups.
I appreciate it.
Definitely get a homework at A+ for sure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. What do you feel like? What do you feel like you learned about yourself, like while going through all of this stuff?
Um, Honestly, that like I could always take it another level. Like it was crazy um that like it took for me to like basically like have to go through a one-on-one to, start reading a book about trading and start actually journaling and stuff about that. So it's like one thing I learned throughout this whole process is like don't ever feel like you not even like you don't get too comfortable, but like you can always like in Florida in Orlando we call it like bro, you can always get cleaner, like you know what I'm saying? You can always sharpen up, like you can always get a little better at something.
Yeah,
So I learned that like man, like always be a student, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though you think you could do this and do that, you're always willing to grow and like things like that. That's kind of like what I learned. Like just don't be like arrogant to like growth type
yeah,
shit.
yeah, that part for sure.
Cause I bet you have people all the time who be like, bro, I want to tap in with your one-on-ones, and they don't never tap in. It's like,
Yeah, I just be like, it is what it is at this point. Um, I do that for you know just cause to do it, like just cause people see value and like if people ain't see value, I wouldn't even do it. Like I wouldn't give a fuck
facts,
teaching anybody besides my kids for real.
facts.
So that's really why I just keep going is so that way when they get older, like they got content, they got shit they can go to, and I don't really got to sit down and teach them. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah,
look, 'cause I had somebody ask me the other day, like, bro, would you be okay if you wasn't selling courses and doing one-on-ones and just trading and that? I'm like, bro, yes, bro. Like to be honest, like nigga, my course ain't doing great. Like my fucking one-on-ones ain't doing great, nigga. Like the only thing that keep me alive is my trading. The only thing that feed my kid
right. Right there.
is my
Somebody, it was in person they asked you that, or they DM'd you or
like a
something.
nigga DM me that shit the other day. It was like, yeah, bro, like sorry if I'm being too forward or whatever, but do you think you would be who you are if you didn't have a course and da 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 da?
Damn, the course is it's showing what I do. Like,
Like, bro, like it just shows the intellectual properties that I've attained, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sharing
um,
it with y'all. Like,
yeah,
I don't
facts.
have to like I don't have to have no fucking course. Nigga, I just got a course, nigga. Like I've been trading since fucking 2018.
Yeah,
Just got a course. Like, and I only got a course because Q and them made me get a fucking course, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I
yeah,
didn't want
yeah.
a fucking course because I didn't want to step on none of their toes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do fucking one-on-ones, but like I had somebody that was very passionate in that about learning from me. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I just created a course, and that's why you don't like I don't market my shit like that. Like I market based on other people's results or other people tagging me or other people sending me shit or whatever the case.
Yeah.
And niggas be getting that shit misconstrued, like especially once your shit start doing good and niggas fucking with your shit. Like niggas be, oh, he only selling courses or he only like nigga. What
Whole
about
time, and they be the main folks that be wanting to tap in,
my
bro.
thing is like what happened the first three years, nigga, when I was building $100 accounts, you know what I'm saying, to
Yeah.
1,000 into 800 into 3,000 and shit like that. So I'm like, I just be like, bro, that shit really just be putting a distaste in my mouth because I'd be like, bro, I don't have to do this shit. Like, I don't have
Yeah.
to get on this computer, sit down with motherfuckers, hear niggas break down shit. A lot of the times, these motherfuckers don't know what they doing. They motherfucking swear that they know what they doing. Don't know shit about technical. Don't know shit about managing an account or building an account. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be a lot of that shit, and that shit get draining as fuck because it'd be like,
I'm already knowing, like, it's not even what you got in this for. Like,
bro, at the fuck all, bro. Like, I'll just be so blown, bro, because I'd be like, bro, y'all really don't know, bro. Like, I be really over it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
I'm already
the
knowing.
only reason I be doing is because like of the good people that respect what I do. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
Like,
Hell
because it's
yeah.
probably a handful of them niggas, but the rest of the community just be on bullshit or be, got shit
Hey,
bullshit.
man,
You know what I'm
it's the
saying?
reason they say 95 or whatever the percentages people fail, bro. Because it's
Nigga
like,
been
bro.
telling me, and the same nigga that asked me been a nigga telling me he gonna tap in since fucking last January or some shit. I'd be some shit like that. Like, and a nigga be like, oh, bro, if you had this, if you had that, bro, would you? I'd be like, no, I'd be ready to Kurt, bro. I'd just be like,
I'm already knowing. That's bro. That's why I had tapped in, bro. Cause it was like, bro, I could tell,
bro,
bro. Like, you ain't really like one of them Sherman jits. Like,
yeah, bro, like I'm not trying to force shit on you, nigga. Like, if I can help you, I can help you. Like, I done had people get my one-on-ones and be like, and like the first 2 weeks be like, yeah, bro, like I think I got all I need from you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
hell
really turn the shit up. You know what I'm saying? Send me the
yeah.
results. You know what I mean? Like I'll be like, bro. I work with all type of funded traders, niggas that in blew 50,000 accounts, niggas that in blew 100K account, like their own money, not funded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like niggas that's scared to take trades because of that. Niggas that got PTSD, niggas that got them take L's and got real drug habits, so be in a dark place when they take L. Like, bro, I be real life helping motherfuckers, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and these niggas that be depressed as fuck because you know what I mean, they family don't believe in they dream and shit like that, and that like, bro, that's like, bro, like I really don't be trying to pop my shit and toot no horn, bro, because it be like, bro, like it's for the people. Like I let the people, you know what I mean? Like, bro. But when niggas ask me like shit like that, it's like, bro, I'm trying to be an entrepreneur just like your ass, nigga.
Bro, me.
If you was in my position, bitch, you would probably have a course because
G
it's
shit.
another source of income. Why the fuck wouldn't everybody out here preaching 7 sources of income? If that's another source of income that motherfuckers is consistently wanting to fuck with, why wouldn't I offer that?
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If fucking you go to Chick-fil-A and best thing on the motherfucking menu is a chicken sandwich, nigga, why the fuck wouldn't I offer a chicken sandwich?
G shit.
Yeah, I got chicken nuggets. Yeah, I got salads. I got other shit going on too. But why the fuck wouldn't I offer that if motherfuckers is buying the shit out of it?
Man, it be the same folks who won't be
Be
having
the
nothing
folks that
going.
want to tap in, bro. Be them niggas, bro. Like, and it be like, bro, you worry about my course, nigga. Worry about your fucking paycheck. Like, worry about what you got coming in so you can fucking tap the fuck in.
Yeah, man.
Like, you got me fucked up, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Niggas be having me
Man,
fucked up.
that's why I ain't gonna lie to you, like, man, because man, I fit man, Forex, obviously it's like it's gonna be like a vehicle for what I want to get to other things, to other businesses and stuff.
Right, as
But
it
it's like,
should. As
man,
it
once I get
should.
smooth at it, like super smooth, bro, I don't even want to be on social media. Like, I don't want no
Feel me?
Instagram, no
And,
Facebook.
bro, all that, bro. Like, and the shit get tiring, bro. And for real, I only do the shit because I have to market my business.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because I have all these other things. I'm doing events now. I'm doing in persons. I'm doing online shit. I'm doing one-on-one mentorships.
feel
That's
kind of
4
like you got
sources
to,
that I just
yeah,
talked to you about besides trading, nigga. Why the fuck
yeah.
would I only want to trade? Why the fuck would I only want to trade, bro? One source of income is too close to none, right? I
Facts,
blow my account,
facts,
then what the fuck I'm gonna do?
facts,
You gotta go. He mad because he
facts.
gotta go to his 9 to 5 and wait 2 weeks to get a paycheck. When I got somebody that be like, "Hey, Vontae, I want to tap in, and if I blow my
Yeah,
shit, I could upload my money tomorrow." You
yeah.
gotta wait 2 weeks because you didn't put the work in and implement this shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, bro, and niggas be trying to write it off like, "Oh, I just want to know how I go about." Nigga, bump your head and find out the same way I had to. Pay a motherfucking mentor. How about that? I didn't go to Q and be like, "Hey, bro, I can you help me?" Like, no, nigga, you got to pay niggas, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, niggas got the game fucked up. When niggas go to they plug the re-up, the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
you gotta pay them niggas. Them niggas ain't giving you shit on consignment, nigga. Especially if they don't know you. Like,
But especially off no love, that's crazy.
fuck no love. Like, man, ain't no love in this business and this game shit, man. Like,
Yeah,
ain't no love in this shit, bro. Like, and that's what I had to learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Like, because especially me, like I come from fraternities and all type of shit. So I step in the door with love.
yeah, facts.
These niggas step in the door business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no love, nigga. Like, it's
Facts.
business. It's business, nigga. Can you abide by this? Can you abide by that? Can you follow these rules? Can you not follow these rules? It's the same shit when it comes to this trading shit. Can you follow your fucking rules? Can you follow the trade plan that you set up? Can you abide by that to where you're profitable? Or no, nigga? If not, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Hell
when it's just
yeah.
like, oh, you might gotta find something else to do. You know what I mean? Until you can stack your bread back up. But it's like, bro, niggas be popping the wrong shit, bro. Like, that should be crazy to me. Like, nigga, worry about what the fuck I got going on. Like, hey, bro, you know how
That man ain't
hard it
gonna
was for
have
me to
no
put it,
benefit.
you know how hard it was for me to put together that course and shoot that shit and put it online, find a web developer, find a nigga to build my website, pay
Sheesh.
these niggas on top. Like, bro, man, yo. I'm telling you, bro, niggas got me fucked up, bro. Like, that shit ain't easy, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas think this course shit, that shit ain't easy either. The fuck?
Hell no. Hell no.
Two-factor authenticators and shit. Niggas trying to hack your website. Niggas trying to fucking pay you for your shit and then call their bank and say, "Hey, I didn't get what I,"
Damn.
you know what I mean?
That
Like, come
that
on, bro.
happened before? Damn.
Like, all type of shit you gotta go
What the
through.
fuck?
And niggas think, oh, you just trade and post a class and oh, everybody's paying $500. Like, no, nigga. My course started off at 250 and had to grow. I had to add to the course.
Yeah, yeah.
I had to give niggas shit so that way when they get there, they feel good about spending their 500. You know what I'm saying? Like, find a videographer to fucking shoot your course, nigga. Like, put together an objective. Like, you know what I mean? That's not gonna
Yeah,
bite
yeah.
everybody else shit.
Facts. What? I remember, bro, before I even got into trading, my brother used to always tell me that. He'd be like, bro, bro, they all come from bruh. They all come from bruh. But you
Right,
the only
right.
person that I ever like, because of course, bro, you got YouTube videos, you got all these free courses. You the only person I know who speak about like other shit than just
Other
chart
shit.
shit.
I'm talking about
You know what
perceptual
I'm saying?
constancy, regret, aversion, bias, nigga. Like niggas ain't talking about shit. And I'm giving you examples. Like niggas ain't talking about shit like that. Niggas ain't putting you through situations in the market. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I was like, man. Granted, I learned from a great person, but I took what I learned from him and added my own intellectual properties, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no down. Yeah, yeah.
And that's why, like you said, that's where niggas see the value, bro. Because when niggas is pulling up to these 3DCs and niggas is pulling up to these token trades, I'm not just talking technicals, bro. Like before we even touch the fucking chart, bro, these niggas get a 3 hour fucking psychology like brainwash.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, like niggas got me fucked up out here, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yo, you be doing them in classes, you do them like whenever somebody just got the cheese paper, or you just be like setting
No,
them
I,
up.
I put them together. Like I just set them up like when I basically like when I got the time to do them. You know what I mean?
Uh, okay.
And
No, I ain't gonna lie,
I got a
cause
lot of
that's
shit.
one thing. That's one thing
No,
I
I'm
said.
planning one for October. I got one. I'm planning one for October.
What
So that's
month
why
we
I
in
said
right
I was
now?
talking to my team and everybody this morning.
We
They
in,
said I need to post
we
it
in August.
for another one.
Shit, man. Shit, if they follow my trade plan, I say, you know what I'm saying? I'll be out there with you. You know what I'm
For sure,
saying?
man. That's the plan, man. So it's just that. But yeah, bro, just don't get caught up in all that shit. Everybody, man, like you say, stay off social media, be on your tip, be in your body about shit. You know what I mean? And follow your plan, bro. And when you look up, you'll have everything that you want. Keep your blinders on. That's why they keep fucking blinders on the horses. So you can't look to the left, you can't look to the right. The only thing you can look at is the fucking finish line. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
just put your
Facts.
blinders on, bro, and lean into your struggle. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell a lot of my
Oof,
people,
that
bro,
was a
like,
bar in the section, boy. Lean
yeah,
into your stroke.
lean
That
into
was a
your
bar,
struggle,
but I
bro.
felt that.
Don't fight from it. Don't run from it. Look yourself in the mirror. Speak positively about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Big up yourself, and then shit, bro. Get to work. You know what I mean? Get to work. You know. But we got
Yeah,
a
yeah.
minute left, so keep reading. I want you to get further in the book. You say yeah, what chapter 5?
Well, I'm really I know you said get the five, but I was at like six. I was starting to read six today. So I was like, you know what?
Try to get
Let me
so
see
get
how
to
far.
10. Try to get to like 10 by our next like 8 between well you on 6. So try to get to like 9, 10 by our next meeting on Wednesday. And
On
then
Wednesday? Oh yeah, for sure. I'm finna get reading right now.
yeah, and then I want you to start looking for major market patterns in the market.
Okay.
I'm
So
saying
like double tops,
EU,
double bottoms,
VIX,
ascending
even
triangles, things like that.
exactly because even in your example on Nas, you had a descending triangle up there, but you ain't speak about it much. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
It's just like
yeah,
even I just want you to keep training your eyes, basically. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So keep
facts.
training your eyes. So I want you to find like 2 setups on GU and then 2 setups on Nas that you can show me based on major market patterns around that.
Mm-hmm. All right, bet.
Sound good?
Yes, sir. Chapter 10, two major market patterns, both pairs. Got you.
Sir, my boy. All right, then, man. Tap in Wednesday.
All right, Brody, safety.
So you too.